Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Ayugio Dida, the social scientist. In this channel, we discuss social issues that affect human beings in general, social issues such as relationship, such as marriage, such as health, amongst other social issues that generally affect us when we live on this planet Earth. Now, I want to welcome you in a very special way. If you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe. If you have already watched some other previous videos and you have not subscribed, I'm also urging you, can you subscribe, so that anytime that I upload a new video, you can be notified, so that as I present these messages, these social issues that affect us, we may learn together in general. Welcome to today's discussion. Now, I want to welcome you in a very special way to this topic called love. I know and I understand that we understand love from different perspectives, but today I want to bring love in a general dimension. It's a love between boyfriend, girlfriend, man, woman, a father and a child, a mother and a child, or parents and their children, child to another child, the youths in general. It is love in a general perspective. And today I want to talk about the languages of love. Languages of love. Generally, where we are living, we understand that each and every machine or each and every car, let me use a car in this instance, we know that each and every car usually has an ignition key that unless you insert that ignition key, trust me, that car will not go anywhere. The same is also with love. Love has 5 languages that each and every individual understands from different perspectives. Now, one language is understood differently from another person. That means when we will be talking about these 5 languages of love, you will notice that each and every individual understands love differently. That is to say that every individual, I'm very specific on that every individual has an ignition key that makes him or her to feel loved. The moment you ignite that key, trust me, that person will feel loved. And whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your wife, whether it's your daughter, whether it's your son, whether it's your siblings, will always feel that so and so truly loves me. And therefore, let me introduce you to these 5 languages of love that we want to talk about this day. Now, the first love language that I want us to understand is what we call words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Now, when we talk about words of affirmation, these are words that you speak to someone. If somebody's love language is words of affirmation, then if you tell them something nice, then they will feel that you love them. For example, appreciate them by word of mouth. One scholar stated that people who value the aspect of words of affirmation as a love language, if you tell them the words that they would like to hear, then this group of people will blossom as if it is rain that has just fallen on a dry soil. You can imagine how the soil behaves when it is dry and the rain falls on it. That is how it works. Things like you meet somebody on the way, a friend of yours has dressed nicely, so you go to him or her and tells him that, you know what, today you are looking nice. That word, you are looking nice, may make that person to feel that this person truly loves me. If it's your wife, for example, this wife will feel like my husband really loves me. If he's your husband, for example, he'll be feeling like, wow, this my wife truly loves me. And these words of affirmation are very important, because if you don't remind such a person that you love them, even if you bring gift to that person, he'll never feel that you have loved him. You must speak. You must say it. You will hear some people complain that, oh, so and so, my boyfriend does not love me, my girlfriend does not love me. The main reason is maybe you've been dealing with the other languages, but you have forgotten to tell them verbally that you love them. That means in these words of affirmation, it is good to tell your spouse, it is good to tell your brother, it is good to tell the person that you are addressing by word of mouth. The key word here is expressing whatever you want to say verbally. When you speak it out, the person feels that it has come from your heart. And things like thanks for your help. There are some people that if they help you to do something, they'll want you to say thank you. Because if you don't say, even if you buy a gift for the work that they have done, and you don't say thank you, they will not feel anything and nothing at all. The second one that I want to talk about this day is what we call act of service. The second love language that I want to address today is the act of service. In the act of service, you now put the words into action. I call it the action language. If you truly love the person, then act it out. And by acting out, whatever you wanted to say in the first instances, we talked about words of affirmation. The words of affirmation that we referred to in the first language is now put into action. So you put those words, into action, so that whatever things that you are saying now is in line with whatever you have been saying. Now, there is something here that is very important that I want us to note, that people whose love language is act of service, they understand best when you do something for them. Let me give an example in a house. Let me take an example in this case about a husband and a wife. You are there with your wife. She's very busy doing some duties here and there. Now, the wife may be complaining that you don't care about her. Yet, as a man, you are seeing that you are trying. At least on Valentine's Day, you give her a present. At least you go out, you hang out together. But this woman still complains that you don't love her. The reason is, maybe her understanding of love is if you act or if you do something to her. For instance, washing utensils. I know it sounds weird to some of our African men, but some ladies just helping in washing the utensils, changing a baby's diapers, doing some odd jobs. Maybe the compound is shaggy. You clean the compound. Those acts of services, the small services, maybe helping in the laundry. She may be very tired, so you go there, help her, do something. They will feel that you truly love them. And that takes us to the third language. The third language is gifts. The third language is gifts. Now, when we talk about gifts, I want us to have this in mind. People love gifts, but not all people translate gifts into love. There are people whose love language is gift. When they receive a gift, then they feel that they are loved. Now, take an example. Valentine's has just passed close to a month ago, almost a month now. And people received gifts. Not all the people that received that gift appreciated the fact that you bought them gifts. There are those people who translate love when you buy them gifts. And there are those who translate love with the other languages that we will be talking as we progress. Now, one thing that I want to warn people this day is that the gift bought must be the one that they like or the ones that they want. Therefore, when you want to go and buy a gift to somebody whose love language is receiving gifts, then ensure that you buy a gift that they asked for. Ensure that the gift that you are buying is a gift that they have asked for. If you go about buying gifts randomly, you may bring a flower when the lady wanted some shoes, or you may bring a suit when all that the man wanted was a hat. Or you may bring something, you want to surprise the lady with maybe a very nice dress, but the lady was not concerned much about the dress. What she wanted at that particular time is just a book to read. So it is good that before you buy a gift to your loved one, if her love language or his love language is the receiving gift, it is good to inquire about the gifts that they would like you to buy for them. And that takes me to the fourth love language. The fourth love language is quality time. Quality time. That means having time together. Quality time does not mean what some of us do, especially as men, where the lady wants to be with you. Therefore, you decide to remain at home. Now that you have remained at home, you are very busy with your phone or your iPad or whatever gadget that you have, maybe your TV. Yes, you are inside the house, but you are busy with your own things. That is not considered under quality time. Quality time is where you and the person that you want to impress. I said that we are talking about general love, can be between siblings, can be between parents and their children. If the person's understanding of love or the person's love language is the aspect of quality time, then the aspect of quality time involves talking. That means exchange of ideas, and that is not enough. After the exchange of ideas, that is talking, you also have to be together. So under whatever circumstance, it is good to understand which love language the person understands. If it is quality time, create time that you can be together. Create time that will enable all of you to celebrate, so that each and every person feels that truly this person loves me. This aspect of quality time, you can go out, you can just sit in the house, eat some popcorns as you watch a family movie, do something, take a walk. Like for me, I love nature walk. Most of my friends know that I love nature walk. If that is the case, then take that nature walk together, so that the person can feel that he or she is also loved. And this takes us to the last love language, called physical touch. This takes us to the last language, called physical touch. In physical touch, it is good to understand that each and every touch can be interpreted differently, but there are general touch. Then general touches include things like a pat on the back. There are those people that once they have done something, they will feel loved. If only you could come and give them a pat on the back. Some people like hugs. If somebody does something nice, you hug them. If you love them, then you hug them. So you will find that each and every individual will translate love in different ways. If his or hers is touch, then you will feel like every time that you do something, he will be coming to hug you, maybe shaking hands, maybe coming with different ways, such that your body can be in contact. The key word there is body contact. It can be in several ways. Can be a hug, can be a kiss, depending on your level of kisses, can be a peck, whichever means of touch. If you do that, the person will feel loved. In conclusion of the 5, I want us to have one thing in common, and remember this, that each individual translates love differently. Therefore, it is important that as an individual, if you want to make the other person feel loved, understand how he translates or how she translates that love. Out of the 5, act of service, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, the aspect of touch, as well as quality time, out of these 5, which one does he or she respond to positively? In the next video, this is part 1, In the part 2 of this video, I'm going to address how to understand or how to know the love language of the other person or an individual. As an individual, what is your love language, so that when you are communicating with your spouse, you can easily know how to handle that specific person. Therefore, I'm welcoming you to the next video. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, so that anytime that I upload a new video, you can learn. And I'm urging you this day, please, please, please understand the language or the love language that the other person understands the best. Once you do that, you will be safer. I'll be explaining in the next video how to understand your love language. If you have not subscribed, once again, subscribe, 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 subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.